To the demo of Miss Minutes, our time tracking application. Right, so as you can tell, we have a very lovely animated splash screen going on there. This is our login page. So as you can see, our app is running on a mobile phone. See, this is a Samsung I'm using. As you can see, it's a Samsung. I'm not using an emulator or anything. Now, let's log in. Okay, this is register. This is log in. Let's log in as an existing user. Shy 28. Okay, next. Now, this is our home page. This is the landing page where you are greeted with the application's interface. Now we have to rate Miss Minutes. I am loving it. So let's look. I got my task. So these are some of my tasks I have here. As you can see, we're making use of a recycler view. We have all our tasks here. We can filter our task here. So let's just filter our task. Let's filter between the first and the third. Let's do that. The first and the third. There we go. First and the third. It filtered the first and the third. So all dates are the first and all dates third. Okay. Now, oh, and this is the favorite section. If I can just tap there. This is the favorite section. So if I have a task favorite, I can go there. Now let's create a task. Actually, let's go ahead and create a category. Let's create a category called, as you can see, I'm making use of another animated little icon there. This is our little mascot theme going on. We'll be making use of Miss Minutes and characters from the TVA. So this will be Sylvie, another one of our little study buddies. So let's create a category. Let's call it science. Description. Technical. Let's add that category. Category successfully added. Now let's create a task. Let's say let's just put something silly. Sleeping one way. Let's do it from May 1st. Or let's do May 7th. And it's gonna end in May 10th. Next. Now let's upload a picture. Oh gosh. Upload a picture of my nephew. Minimum goal. Let's make it 1. Maximum goal. Let's make it 5. Number of hours. Let's actually make that 7. Number of hours. Let's make it. So this is how many hours I clocked in. So let's say I clocked in 3 hours. Now let's say add task. Just needs a second because my Wi-Fi is bad. There we go. Task is successfully added. Now let's go to my task. There's it there, sleeping one way. Just need a second because my Wi-Fi is bad. Start date and dates. As you can tell, the image is being uploaded and stuff. So now let's go to break. This is the Pomodoro. It's a timer that we have. It's one of our additional features of the application. Now let's go back. As you can tell, we make the animated study buddy Miss Minutes. Now let's go to my statistics. So my statistics is where you can view the total hours of a category and you can filter it. So I'm gonna I think science was from May 7th till like May 10th. So there we go. Science is only going to show. But also if we go to graph, you can see that your graphical visualization of your task. So here, what actually happens is you select the task you want to see your total studied hours for. So let's go to sleeping. So now we only did for sleeping, we only clocked in so many hours for it. So now it's looking at the minimum and maximum goal for sleeping, which was 7. So it plotted 7 on the x-axis, and on the y, I think it plotted 3. So let's go to my task and let's see. So sleeping, yeah, so 1 to 7, it plotted on the x-axis, and then we clocked in 3 hours for science. So there you go. If you see there, it says 3. So if you go to sleeping, as you can tell, this graph is definitely functional. Now, you're not only limited to a bar graph, there's also a line graph where you can view this information. So as you can tell, the graph is showing a correlation between the 3 categories I have, which is math, science, and testings. If we had to go between 7th and 11th of May, it's going to show you science, which sits at 3 because we only clocked in 3 hours, remember? So as you can tell, the filter for this is also working, right? So that's the application as a whole and most of the functional requirements of it. As you can tell, we have a user-friendly design, making use of animations and custom picture uploads, a favorite section, which I should show you right now, statistics, we got a little Kang over there from the TVA also. So we're making use of a lot of colorful icons and custom study buddies here. So what else about the application? So the favorites, let's create a task. Let's say jumping. Description, hop. Start date. Let's make that the 18th of this month to the 19th of this month. 19th of this month. Next. And then go maximum goal 4. We'll put it under science, number of hours. Let's make it 1. Now let's say upload picture. I'll add my nephew again. Now let's say add to favorites. Just give it a second because my Wi-Fi is very bad. So now it's added to my favorites. If I go to favorites, there's jumping. Give it a minute, there's the picture. So it added that. Now let's go out of the app, right? And let's create a new account. Actually, let me go to Firestore and show you a couple things. So this is our database in Firestore. Categories. This is all the categories we have. So we created a new category, which I'm trying to find here. Categories, I think it would be, yeah. There we go. Categories. We created science, technical. There's it there as a category. Now, if we go back on the favorite task, there's the one favorite task we have, which is science. Hop, jumping. There's it there, the favorite task. Now, if we go to task, okay, that's not it, but let's try and find it. There's a lot of tasks. So it's amongst this plethora. Let me just rotate my phone. The one that we created, which was, there we go, science, sleeping, one way, there's it there, created the task. So the database is being used and the database is working. Let's create an account. Let's go now here and let's go to authentication and look at all the users. So the account I logged in with was Leighché, which is down here, Lee. It should be lee@gmail.com. There's it there. That's the account I log in with, but I can register and you'll see I'll populate email. Let's do lee@gmail.com. Let's test out for error handling, right? If it's going to add the same email. The email just has already been used by another user, right? So Lee28. There we go. And now I'm logged in. It created an account for me. Now let's go here and look for Lead 28. There's Lead 28 there. So it is being used. So what have I gone through? The applications interface, the splash screen that we made use of, the different images throughout the application, adding a new category, a new task, the task in the recycler view, our additional features, the Pomodoro timer, the two graphs, favorite task, filtering, the animated study buddy, visual display of how the user is doing with the goals, the graphs with the times and goals, data stored in a database, and the user stored in the database. Thank you very much, and I hope that you enjoyed our application.